Hi everybody, I'm Carol, Free Spirit Arts. I have a neat little craft with me today. I followed Septeria 18 while she used, I think she used 6x6s. And let me show you, I actually have some made. She made these bag toppers. And I just think they're adorable. So you put them, let's just say this is your bag. So you would put them over the bag like that. You could put Velcro, you could put double tape, you could staple it in the middle. Some of these are done being embellished, but some of them aren't. So this is the size that she made. Hers look very similar to this. Okay. They have a little tag. Adorable, right? So simple too. So I like the idea of the bag topper, but we have a wedding in our family coming up, and I thought, wouldn't these be adorable thank you cards? Or place seating cards? Or gift cards? I just think they're adorable. So I have embellished mine. I kind of made my own little template and then went ahead and embellished them. And I made right-handed and left-handed. And while I was doing that, I didn't want to forget my measurements. So I threw together this book. I made this cover. Martha Manigros was making these covers. You just basically glue fabric onto a file folder. But mine, the glue dried too fast and the fabric got a little bubbly. So I didn't really think it would be a cover that I would want to give to somebody. I just didn't have a lot of confidence in it. So I had this cover and I had some extra paper. So I just threw all this together and decided that from now on, I am going to make 2 of everything that I experiment with and put one of them in my idea journal. But today, I thought I would share this idea with you. And I can't remember the gal's name at Septeria 18. I can't remember her name. I know it. I just can't remember it right now. I don't think well, yeah, I do. I am going to actually need that. I'm going to have to do a video, y'all. I went through my dies and my embossing folders and my little rolling cart that's here that has everything in it and I made laminated cards and folders for all of my, I'll have to show it to you. I can't explain it. My little bits, you know, like bits of coffee dyed paper, scrap, stained book page, white scraps, card scraps, like this, I'll show you a couple. So I took these envelopes that you get from, I'll try to find it, and these are my pillow postcards from Martha Manigros. I just backed it with black card, used my label maker, and now I have these all stacked, and I have a huge row of them, of all my little bits. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm what you call a happy camper. And I can just bring the envelope over if I want. Okay, let's get back to these. We're going to call them a bag topper. So these I cut 8x5 according to my notes. Let's see if I kept good notes. This is 8.5 by 11 paper, so we are going to have a little left over, which is fine. So we should get 2 top, whoops, oh, I almost messed up. This is hard not being able to see. the numbers because it's at my arm's length. 8 by 5, yeah. When I take notes, I've never actually learned shorthand, but I do have kind of a medical background, so I use a little bit of medical abbreviations plus, you know, the stuff that you just kind of make up on your own as your, and only you will understand it. So if anybody ever finds this book, they won't know how to make it. It's a big secret. Okay, then I scored it. At 2 5/8. Oh, this paper might not be tough enough. Or I need to be more careful. Shoot. I don't know if I want to go through all the effort and then let's back that with something. Let's just back it and then we won't have to play. I'm just going to get something lighthearted and fun. Oh my gosh, I've got some great scrap right here. Oh, this will be great. When I was getting ready to make face masks, I printed off a whole bunch of face mask stuff, some of which I don't need. Actually, this I do need. Sorry guys, I gotta grab another one. I don't want to use that. How about life skills? Let's do that. So let's just take a second and, so this is like probably 20-pound regular paper, and it's just not going to be strong enough. So I've got all this stuff from my office. We did when we ran our safe and sober housing. I have all of that stuff. You have to teach life skills and stuff, you know. So let's just use that. I don't think these need to be super heavy card, but you know, if you've got some you want to use up, great. It has been blowing like crazy here, and we're waiting for a big storm. We're all ready. We're psyched up, ready for the storm, and it's just blowing. And this is the strangest winter for us here in Idaho. Normally, we're just shoveling our way out and shovel and shovel and shovel, and we don't have any snow on the ground at all. I would hope that this is going to be enough. I did use a heavier paper on that other, so that, we'll see. We'll find out how thin a paper we can use. Just made a beautiful batch of coffee dyed paper. Got it all baked. I wasn't going to bake it, but it's really cold outside, and I thought, man, it's not really a waste of energy to bake it. So I did bake it off, but I got it out while it was still just barely damp and ironed them all, which I don't normally do. But there's some things I want to make that I'm going to have to copy on coffee dyed paper, so I'm hoping if I iron it, it'll go through my copier. I'm hoping. Okay. Glad I saved that stuff. Okay, let's try again. So you turn it long ways on your board, pretty side up. Then you're going to go 2 5/8. Oh, that's much better. As long as I keep a light hand, it'll be fine. Then 5 1/4. 5 1/4. And this is where I just usually mess up. I just kind of don't pay attention, probably because I'm talking. So that's it. You score it twice. Let's do 2 of them. You can do this with any size paper as long as it's not square. So you want to make a rectangle, any size, and then take your long side, divide it by 3. And that's how you decide where to score it. 5 1/4. Now I picked 5 by 8, which doesn't divide really equally, so one piece is a little longer. I ended up really liking that. There's a couple different ways you can do this, I have found. You flip it one end up. Now see, this is going to be longer, but I'm going to just not. I'm just going to leave it right there at the edge. Okay, now I'm going to score it so I know what I've got. And I want to punch a thumb hole because I'm going to make a pocket. Okay, so there's our pocket. She's got lots of room. He, it's a gender neutral pocket. And what I've been doing that I really like is on the front flap, I have been taking these stamp scissors. I really should dig out my other ones. I'm kind of stuck on those. That is beautiful. Isn't that cute? Now, we have the basis made. Let's glue this down. I definitely do think 2 layers is fine. This is plenty thick enough, except you could see through this. So, I don't know. It may bother me. I might not use it to send to anybody else, but maybe I'll take my sample out of my idea book and put this one in, because you can see through it. I do like this Tombow glue I've been using. Really hate to say that because I do not need glue. I do not need to go buy glue. Don't buy glue, Carol. Okay, so we're going to let that sit. Let's get our other one done. So here's our, right? No, that's our long side. Right? Yeah, so this is where we want our thumb hole. I could do the other side if I wanted to, but I don't. Can you hear the wind? It's just roaring. I love a good storm. So I woke up in the middle of the night, wide awake, thinking about embossing and, oh gosh, I was thinking about everything. Laid there for about 45 minutes and then I just said, "What? I don't have to get up and go to work in the morning. Why don't I just get up?" So I did. I got up at 1:45 and made a pot of coffee in my quiet house. It was dark, and I came up in my craft room and I turned YouTube on and I watched Gail and I watched Tim and I watched everybody and played in my room. It was joyful. Reminds me when my kids were little, I raised our kids to be early risers. You know, get up, get some breakfast, get going. And so I had to get up. If I wanted any peace and quiet or coffee in the morning or had, you know, get ready for work or whatever, I had to get up before them. So that was my time in the morning. The whole house feels like it's asleep. Okay. Beautiful. Now let's make some tags for them. Let's see what I've got. I've got this paper, which might go. I have, oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's ugly. No offense, dear, but not what we're looking for. These would be cute, but I don't think they'd fit. Nah. Close, but no go. These would be fine. These are backs that haven't had anything done to them. To my left in my rolling cart. Oh, they're not big enough. Shoot. To my left in my rolling cart, I'm trying to have in here things I use all the time. So, card backs and stuff like that. That's my goal. No. And my thought process is that I can just grab them. That would work, but it doesn't match. This would work great, but I bet it's not big enough. No. And I have the whole top of this cart is just full. It's just a waste to cut card or whatever when I have this sitting right here. Maybe I could use that. Yeah. Okay, we'll use these and then we'll back them. That way I can use them for whatever. Do I like the... that's all right, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna say yeah. We'll see. When we get it on there, we might not like it. It seems funny to do a project that somebody else on YouTube did that I saw, because you guys could just go watch her, and it's her project, and she probably does a much better job. But I like watching other people's take on somebody else's ideas. Oh, I just put that on backwards. Yes, I did. Okay, well, fine. We'll do both of them like that. Except I didn't. But we're going to do the same. We'll put some white on the back of these. Yeah, that's not going to work because you can see right through it. All right, I've got a piece of coffee, beautiful piece of brown right here. That's what. Yeah, I had a ball. I got my laminator out and I laminated separator cards and used my label maker and labeled everything. So I've got all my embossing is together. what sparked me to do that is that I tripped across a video from Tim, a Sizzix embossing and dye video. Oh geez, you guys. Really cool stuff. Okay, so yeah, those are way too ugly to use. We'll have to do this. It's not ugly paper, it's just not my style, and I never will have anything to go with it because it's just not, those aren't colors that I use. I shouldn't call it ugly. Yeah, I watched Tim and his embossing and dyes on YouTube and had to run right out and buy some of his new steampunk embossing folders. Except you can't buy them. You have to get on the list. So I did that. I don't trust that Uhu at all. Sorry, Uhu. I think I got an old batch last winter, and I'm hoping that this new batch that I bought is gonna be better. So I am gonna put a little hole right here. Actually, kind of a big hole. And I want to, let's do a 1/2 inch circle because this is pretty good size card, or tag, I mean. Oh, I hope it snows. I just hope it snows and snows and snows and snows. That's a pretty card, or tag, I should say. Yeah, okay. Oh, I forgot to measure. We got to measure it. That's not gonna work. I should save those. No, I won't. Cute tags, Carol. They're just not the right size. Should we measure just for Angela? Let's do it. So we're at about 2.5. So I'm gonna have to take, these are now 3, so I need at least 1/4 inch on each side so I can still be balanced. Not yet. It shouldn't be tight, but it is. Cute. That'll be adorable. Okay. So the gal that got the boho book, if you followed me, you watched me make that adorable boho journal. It did arrive, and she got it, and she loved it, and the gal who ordered it ordered 2 more, which is awesome. That'll be fun to do. So I'm trying to summon all of my psychic intuition to see what kind of book I should make for this first gal she wants. I think I've got it figured out. There you go. Okay, now we have the basics for these big toppers. I think I was going to throw that out, but I think I'm going to wait. Let's finish them off. We've got time. I want you to see what they look like when they're done. They're so cute. And simple. I've just been doing them in string, you know, the top. I think it looks cute. We're not making a shabby chic tag, we're just making a little topper. I have been doubling it just because the holes are kind of big in these bigger ones. We'll do that. I have not been distressing these, but I might do these. I might distress these a little bit. Oh, somebody's here. My husband took the dogs for a walk in this weather, and they came back a little shell-shocked, I think. They both climbed right up on their bench and said, "We're taking a nap, don't bother us." Okay, now let's cute them up a little bit. I have been loving working with these I'll show you. Actually, you know, I could use these. Those would be cute, wouldn't they? But I have, let me show you. Where are you? Those little flowers from crochet. Oh, there we are. This is what I did to all my stuff when I got bored. I about need to order some more. This is easy peasy, guys. Okay, so we can do that, and then we could do one of these maybe. This is Victoria Design stuff. And what I've been doing is putting in a little writing spot. To put, I don't know, thank you, or to Julie, or a date, or a number, or a title, you know, whatever. Here's a bigger label, let's use it. Oh, that might be too big. We'll see. And I have noticed that it's important not to get them too bulky, because then you worry about the flowers getting smashed and everything. I am going to distress this because there's a fine white edge on it. Where are we at time-wise? I shouldn't have an up and a down, but for some reason it looks like it does. And I want it to one side just a little bit. You could sure mass make these just like crazy. I don't know whether I want, I don't know, I can't decide. Yeah, so now I'm stocked up on coffee dyed paper, and my room is organized, and feels great. Maybe I'll add just a little tiny piece of fabric under there. Or a string or something. Maybe. Covered it all up. There. Oops. It's not going quite like I had planned. Look at that, isn't that adorable? Now you could do whatever you wanted with the tag. You could turn it, you can write a little thank you note, you know, thank you for the casserole dish, blah, da, 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 da. Put their name right there. Or of course you could do even more than that. That's a pretty simple version. Now that one I don't have a label for already picked out. So let's look and see if I've got one in Victoria Designs. Since we're already here. Victoria Designs has some really neat, unique digis. I have had problems printing their stuff off because it comes in so many, it doesn't quite look big enough, so many zip files that sometimes I have a hard time. And last time I had to actually just tell them I couldn't use it because I spent 2 days trying to print it off, and part of my order I had printed off fine, but the one that I really wanted, which was the sewing digis, I tried everything. I couldn't get it to print. And I'm sure it was probably me. Somebody that's a little more computer savvy would have probably had no problem, but I had a problem, so unfortunately I've had that happen with Victoria Designs a couple of times, and so I need to learn their system or something because I love their stuff. Victoria Designs has some really cool skull stuff. Goth, skull, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was pretty cool. What do you think? Aren't they adorable? So how you would use them, let me put this stuff away because there's a lot of little parts and pieces. And this way, hopefully, I can remember who's who and give credit to the makers and the designers because they deserve that. So let's say that this is a package you're sending to someone, and you have this little flip right here. So let's pretend you flip that over. So you could put that on there just like that. You could put a little Velcro circle there, or magnet if you wanted to get that fancy. You could paper clip it, or you could just staple it, and then they would have this tag. Maybe that's the invoice number or the item number or a special coupon code or something. Doesn't that just look cute? I just thought they were adorable. Anyway, I don't know if they were all that impressive to anybody else, but I thought they were brilliant. I just think she does such a nice job at making unique little cards. And if you have an Etsy site and you're selling stuff, I just think that's cute. Okay, well that was what I wanted to show you guys. I really don't have anything else up my sleeve. I will grab my embossing folders and dies right now and show you what I did. I don't have a huge collection of dies and embossing folders, so this was easy for me. So this is what I did. Can you see it? Let me back up a little bit. Okay. What's going to be the best way here? Like that, maybe? So this is laminated, and it's just cardstock, and I cut a little white piece and used my label maker. So these are my embossing folders, And I will probably leave them like they are, at least for now. Okay, then this is dies. So I separated them in big chunks. These are pockets, flowers, frames, edges, tags, corners, little scroll pieces, some kind of bugs, which I'm putting butterflies in there, which isn't a, I guess it is a bug, but it might not be an insect. Now I can't remember. Angela Toma tried to help me out there, and I read it, but now I don't remember what she said. This is steampunk. I'm getting ready to do a man journal, so that'll be fun. And then this is all the Christmas stuff. Then I ordered some letters, so I made a header for that. So now I'm not going to have to get everything out, and it looks beautiful, see? And it's durable. So that's what I've been up to. And that's about all I've been up to. So I'm not going to keep you. This is just a little bonus video. Okay? And if you need me to clarify the sizes of that paper and anything, I can put it in the description box if you think you might want to make these little toppers. So I will let you all go. I hope you are all staying healthy, healthy, healthy. And I hope you're having a great day. Let's all take care of each other. Bye.